folks. Hold on. I'm trying to get ready here, Diane. Last minute text messages.
Hey, you need to restart. We need to restart. You've got a buzz in your audio.
Okay, restart. Come on, restart. Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, it is.
Wonder what happened. Like right? Wonder what happened. All right, so just keep an eye. I might have, if there's an internet issue today, I'm not for sure. I'm fixing my watch. I'll get here in just a minute. It's not like you're waiting at Cracker Barrel. All right, it's Friday. Hi, how are you? It's Friday. I hope all is well. Diane, if I'm off sync or anything like that, let me know. We can restart.
You're a little bit off sync, just slightly bit.
All right, let's try right from the beginning. Let's go ahead and try to do a restart. Take it down. You can go to commercial, whatever you want to do. Give me about 2 minutes, and let's do a restart because it looks like we're a little off sync. Okay. All right, we're gonna do it. All right.
Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican
Okay, how's that?
That's worse.
What do you mean, a buzz or?
Yeah, the buzz on your audio is bad.
All right, take it down one more time. I don't know where I take it down one more time.
What about now?
Seems to be doing okay.
All right. I don't like seems to be. Okay.
Well, it's hard to tell when you only say one sentence.
All right, how about now? You want me Cracker Barrel 3 times. Maybe if I say Cracker Barrel 3 times, it'll come back. So I don't know. I hope we can power through here. I think I had an electric cord that may have been crossing over an audio line. So we apologize for the inconvenience. We apologize for taking this time. So what say you? How do you feel about that? Cracker Barrel. Wow. That's my top story. It's good to be Friday. I'm not quite as stressed out today. Not quite. So thank you very much. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I think that's exactly what happened, Diane. I think, and I'm going to pull the cords out after the program or later if I have to. I think I had an audio cord running over an electric cord, and it could happen. So we'll do some resetting. A little shot of coffee. So, we have so much to go over today. Yesterday, J.D. Vance was in Atlanta. He was here in Georgia. There's some secret.
Your audio's still out of sync. It goes in and out. I don't know what's going on, but your audio goes out of sync and then it comes back in sync and then it goes out of sync. So I don't know what's causing all that.
All right. So I think we'll take a commercial here in a minute to get a restart, and I'll just go and redo all the internet. I don't know what is going on. So if it's unbearable till we get a commercial, folks, just send us a text message, okay? Anyhow, yesterday J.D. Vance was in Georgia, and he was here. He was here, and we let's just say this: their secret code. Why did they send J.D. Vance? Now, let me ask you this. I understand a Trump rally. I don't think Trump wants to come for 1,000 people. But right now, why J.D. Vance? Why J.D. Vance in Georgia yesterday? I think I know why. But we're going to talk about that. Contempt of court, right? The number 5 here, the 2, Fulton County considers these the 2 most dangerous people in America. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. The 2 most dangerous people, according to Fulton County Commission in the world. Dangerous. Why they are dangerous. That's Jason Frazier and Julie Adams. One just would have to laugh. But yesterday we had Commissioner Bridget Thorne on here who made the motion to accept them on the Board of Elections in Fulton County. It failed. The order failed. The RNC is paying the bill. Fulton County Republican Party, they're going back into court. They've already asked for an emergency contempt of court charges, actually, this time. Fines, and jail time. Yes. For commissioners that did not follow the judge's orders. The judge said, put them on there. They tried to go to an appellate court, the Superior Court judge. The appeal failed. It was denied. Put them on there. Bridget Thorne, the chair of, the first one, give me, this is number 8, Diane. Bridget Thorne, the Republican, one of 2 Republican out of 7 in Fulton County. District 1, she represents Johns Creek, Roswell, Alpharetta, and Sandy Springs. She was on the program yesterday. She made the motion to put them on. It failed. So we're going to talk about that at the 10 o'clock, the Georgia hour. We'll show you the court document. And wow. So J.D. Vance in town yesterday. I want to show you this, number 67, because I have full support for this. This show. Diane, I'm going to speak for you. No, that's not the one. Did you? Oh my God, 64. What did I say? 7. I don't fully support. Diane, erase that. You knew that was a mistake. You knew I was in error on that. Oh, get that off the damn screen.
I can't see the pictures until they go up on the screen. So
I know.
I have no clue what you're calling for when you call for it, unless I'm looking at my other screen.
She's right, folks. She actually doesn't know what the picture is until she sees the picture at the same time you do. So anyhow, I have the show. Diane, this is where I was going to speak for you. We fully support this program 100% to release Tina Peters immediately. And President Trump did that yesterday. Trump threatens harsh measures if convicted GOP election denier. I am so happy to be in that group. Those are great people, Diane. They're amazing people. I mean, I will tell you, the majority of my friends, they're election deniers. We have meetings. Donald Trump demands free Tina Peters. Give me number 63. I know I'm correct on this one, number 63. So yesterday there was a lot of talk about Gabriel Sterling leaving the Secretary of State's office in Georgia. We'll discuss that later. Free Tina Peters, a brave and innocent patriot who has been tortured by crooked Colorado politicians, including the big mail-in ballot supporting the governor of the state. Let Tina Peters out of jail right now. I have to do that because it's capitalized. It's like, now. I said now. She did nothing wrong except catching the Democrats cheat in the election. She is an old woman. No, that's not nice, Donald. But anyhow, okay. She is an old woman and very sick. If she's not released, I'm going to take harsh measures. So President Trump wants Tina Peters out immediately. So yesterday, the internet, TikTok, X, social media, Facebook, you name it, lit up the air with Cracker Barrel, number 37, the new CEO of Cracker Barrel. The stock plunged. Shake slams Cracker Barrel CEO, old timer from the logo, the old timer, Uncle Herschel, number 38. So it's Cracker, we know. I mean, this was established years ago. It's Cracker. Can I say it? They took out the cracker. I mean, it's where old white people eat, and you're welcome too. It's like they invited you, Cracker Barrel. I mean, seriously, all jokes aside, I heard everything yesterday on the internet concerning Cracker Barrel. Number 58, Cracker Barrel is dead, and its stupid woke CEO killed it with gay nonsense, right? Number 59, Cracker Barrel is done. Woke executives killed it. Wrapped the corpse in a rainbow flag and then made it do a little puppet show in New York City for the entertainment of all their woke little friends, because she went on Good Morning America or something, or ABC. I don't want to get it wrong. That was the rage yesterday afternoon, Cracker Barrel. And just a couple more here before we go and get into some serious news of the day. Give me number. I have it here. So, the Fed. Jerome Powell's going to speak today. We got that. Jerome Powell. We're going to talk about the redistricting in Texas and in California. We'll talk about that. Trump delivered pizza to the National Guard troops yesterday. Cracker Barrel. I had a graphic. I know I had a graphic with the side-by-side of the new logo. Maybe I didn't bring it over. I thought I had a graphic with the new logo. But anyhow, okay, we'll leave it at that. So, Cracker Barrel stock. Give me video 7.
Shares of Cracker Barrel, Old Country Store Incorporated, plunging more than 12% before recovering somewhat on Thursday. This after the Southern-inspired home-style food chain unveiled a controversial logo change. So we'll show you the differences here. You see the original one on the left, the new one a little bit cleaner, removing some of the images, the man and the barrel. The letters changed a little bit as well. Colors are the same. The original logo, of course, harkening back to old times, people gathering around a soda Cracker Barrel, swapping news and stories. Well, loyal fans and some conservatives say the change is just drifting too far from those homespun roots. Cracker Barrel's identity refresh has also involved the remodeling of some restaurants, paring down some of the tchotchkes inside, as well as a redesigned menu, so new TV commercials, all part of this $700 million transformation plan, which is aimed at luring in new diners.
I mean, come on. I go in and I order the Uncle Herschel loosen your belt buckle breakfast with a half gallon of gravy, 9 biscuits, bring me a side of cooked apples, right? 3 eggs, not 2, 3 eggs over easy, hash browns, what else? A little jelly. For a biscuit, whatever. Come on. I mean, really, seriously, some country fried steak with some gravy. It's Cracker Barrel. Leave it alone. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's so done from yesterday, but I'm thinking to myself, yes, it's Cracker. We get it. Here is what was really amusing yesterday. TikTok had one right after another, black guys and ladies there on there. They're saying, please put the racism back. Put it back. We know it's been established for years. Just put it back. Leave the place alone. I'm sorry. Outrage from everyone yesterday. I don't know what will end up happening here. Cracker Barrel busloads. I mean, have you ever went to a Cracker Barrel and see the bus outside? Busloads getting the old white people off the bus. They took Uncle Herschel. They took the Cracker. I don't know. It's crazy as hell out there. Cracker Barrel. 12% stock dive yesterday. How do you feel about this right here? Don't get ugly, but the national news hasn't even mentioned any of it. I watched 4 hours this morning in different networks on different screens. That may be what's wrong with my computer today of national news. What do you think about this right here? Give me, I know I have it here, Diane. 65. Dr. James Dobson died yesterday. Do you know Dr. James Dobson, Focus on the Family? I've read his books. I read his books when my children were young. I read his books. I listened to Focus on the Family. It's been years, but Dr. James Dobson, the founder of Focus on the Family, died yesterday. Had a strong evangelical influence in the 90s. In the late 80s and 90s, especially all through the 90s, very strong evangelical influence in churches, late 80s through the 80s and the 90s. So what say you? Dr. James Dobson died yesterday. Okay, so we come back. Let's talk about, we know there's not going to be, I don't predict a peace deal in Ukraine. I have some concerns. We'll talk about the redistricting. Also, Jerome Powell, the power of this man at the Federal Reserve, waiting on him to speak today. Interesting. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these brief messages. We'll reset everything, and hopefully we'll be on track with audio, video to keep powering through, because we have the Georgia Hour. Now, the Georgia Hour, Gabriel Sterling, there's been some comments about him leaving the Secretary of State's office, and we're going to give you everything on that. We're going to full explanation on the Georgia Hour concerning what's going on over at the Secretary of State's office and what to watch for, who is running for office, their next position, and what happened yesterday with J.D. Vance in Georgia. Take a break, Diane.
Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Dave's Chevrolet, Dave's gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
$11,000 discounts real? You bet they are during the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to $11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Graphic I just sent you and put it on the screen, please. I sent you a graphic.
The audio is really bad.
How about now?
Nope, still bad.
What on earth? So it's just the audio?
Yeah, it's just the audio. It's a really bad buzz.
Alright, and it's not possible it's on your end.
I can't. I don't have any way to tell that it's not just my end. I mean, I'm connected to.
Alright, okay. I get it. So let me refresh and see if that takes the buzz out of the audio. Okay. Is that better?
No, it's not.
I have shut down. I have done everything for the audio. How heavy is the buzz?
It's pretty bad. It's like you're going through a computer synthesizer type thing.
All right. Well, I got a message. They can't hear me at all. Okay. All right. Shut down. I mean, just go out.
Are $11,000 discounts real? You bet they are during the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you'd better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to $11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting edge digital technology and state of the art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second to none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear...
What do you have now?
Well, the audio's clear. I don't know about it being off yet, so that only time will tell.
The audio is clear?
Yeah, the audio is clear.
Okay, if I only knew what I did. Could you put the graphic up?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Obviously, I have done something concerning the soundboard, and I will try to work on it. I've done something, right? Anyhow, Kash Patel. No one is above the law. All right, here we go. No one is above the law. There has been a raid on John Bolton. This is from the New York Post. FBI agents raided the D.C. area home of President Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton, on Friday morning in a high-profile national security probe. The Post can exclusively reveal. Now, let me just say this. This is coming from the Post. They say they're exclusively revealing there was a raid on John Bolton's home. This happened this morning. It's ongoing right now. It's a fresh story. Let me just say this. Take this and connect this. You remember, John Bolton is Trump's former national security advisor. Okay, so who is the national security advisor now? Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard has gone through and she's purged. They say about they have purged. Thank you for helping me out there. I've got an audio is clear, Diane, but they purged. Tulsi Gabbard purged about 40% of the staff. She's cleaning up the national security office there where, the spies who lie. This is very interesting. Federal agents went to John Bolton's house in Bethesda, Maryland at 7 a.m. So a little over an hour and a half ago at 7 a.m. in an investigation ordered by FBI Director Kash Patel, a Trump administration official told the Post, no one is above the law and FBI agents on mission, he said in a cryptic post to X shortly after the raid begun. The probe, which is said to involve classified documents, was first launched a year ago, but the Biden administration shut it down for political reasons. So as this develops, Kash Patel, the FBI they have raided this morning John Bolton's home, former national security advisor. This will be interesting. Now, this was not reported at any time. It happened about an hour and a half ago, about 7:30, and I will say I already have everything shut down at 7:30, ready for the program. And wow. All right, so there you go on Friday morning. This will be interesting. Now, the Ukraine-Russian war. Let me say this. I have said, and I just want to get this out of the way, I do not look for a peace agreement that involves, I do not look for a peace agreement that involves the EU security guarantees and boots on the ground. So let's stay focused on just a couple very quick things. Russia won the war. Are they still experiencing casualties? Yes. But Russia won the war. Russia can keep going. They can keep calling young men up, putting them on the battlefield. North Korea, I just don't want confusion out there. North Korea, give me number, I know I have it here. Some new graphics. Give me number 48. North Korea said that they will speak and talk with the United States and open a dialogue with the United States if we acknowledge them as a nuclear power. All right? America has not, we have not acknowledged them as a nuclear power. Folks, this is not giving in. This is not, giving up, waving the white flag. But this morning, you and I know that North Korea is a nuclear power. End of story. They're not turning back. They have tested missile after missile. He didn't get his name Rocket Man for nothing. They've tested missile after missile over the Sea of Japan. They have strapped on intercontinental ballistic missiles. So that being said, they're willing to sit down and talk to the United States if we acknowledge them as a nuclear power. Second, here he is yesterday, Kim Jong-un, or whatever his name is, honoring, North Korea honors over 100 dead troops from Ukraine war. So they have blood on the battlefield. And they are North Korea alone is willing to put up 30,000 more troops, more than what Ukraine can enlist through their own people. Period. Can't happen. North Korea could put more troops on the battlefield in the war supporting Russia than Ukraine can call up. They don't have the people. It's over. Russia's won. Now, it's really simple. They say negotiations are tough. Okay? They say they're tough. I've brought this up over and over. Give me number 4. Don't forget, the UK went over there January 16th, 4 days before Donald Trump was inaugurated, and signed a 100-year deal with Ukraine. Russia won. They don't know why UK, they don't know why the French, they don't know why the EU, they don't understand why Everyone's trying to make a deal with Ukraine, and they actually think, Russia actually thinks, in the old days, you would make a deal with the victor, the person that won. That's who would get the deal. But Europe, right, continues to go through, and many of our lawmakers, I do not think Donald Trump sees it this way, but they continue to go through and say, how can we give security guarantees to Ukraine? How can we help Ukraine? How can we sell them more weapons? What can we do? Russia continues to say, excuse me, you make the deal with us. You don't make the deal with them. But they continue on, misleading people. Now, number 20 or 16. Give me 16 first. Thank you, Diane. 16. There will not be. UK prepares to send troops to Ukraine as part of reassurance force. No. Russia said there will not be boots on the ground in Ukraine. They won't do it. Period. I mean, these negotiations are not that difficult if it comes down to it. Because now you got number 20. And I want to get through this. We have a lot more to talk about today. We've got to talk about the Federal Reserve going to make a statement. We'll keep an eye on that. Are they going to lower? No troops on the ground. So let's go around the world a little bit. The Moscow Times, number 49. What stands in the way of Putin and Zelensky's meeting? Now, the Moscow Times, if you read this article, they break everything down. Every single thing that's between Russia and Ukraine that has to be resolved. This is a very good, to me, in-depth article. So, number 50, the Kyiv Independent. Going around in circles, Trump sets new deadline for peace in Ukraine. Lindsey Graham, again, threatens with tough legislation. They've been doing that for 3 years. How about this? Number 52. When are you going to talk about China? China ready to play a role, constructive role in political settlement of Ukraine crisis. Oh, we forgot China's out there. We forgot that the UK and the French and the EU, everybody can run, Lindsey Graham, everybody can run and say whatever they want. But they forget Russia won. They forget China's on Russia's side. They forget that China does not want the EU being an aggressor, as they see it, into Ukraine, their minerals. China Foreign Minister spokeswoman Ning, is that her name, said on Friday this morning that all parties should work towards a political solution to the Ukraine crisis grounded in the lasting security, and that China is ready to play a constructive role in the process. So we keep talking about meeting with Donald Trump, Putin and Zelensky meeting with Donald Trump. China says maybe, there's India, North Korea, China. There's probably some. You should think about meeting with us. What role will we play? I just don't want you out there over the weekend thinking that, wow, because the media, here's what's going to happen, is the deep state corporate corrupt media is going to spin this to be Donald Trump's fault, and it's not. It's not President Trump's fault. He didn't start this war. He didn't ask for Joe Biden and the European allies, NATO, to go as far as they have in this war. He didn't. He's trying to stop the killing. Bottom line. It's not going to happen, and I'm giving you the facts. Number 53, U.S. in talks with Ukraine security role media. Russia has said any Western troop deployment to the neighboring country would be unacceptable. They have not flinched. They haven't. Russia has never one time said, hey, let's see if you could put 50,000 troops in here, put weapons in here, tanks. In fact, why don't you just build an entire army? '54. The lion's share of any focus involved, Reuters reported. A source told the agency that the U.S. is still determining the scope of its role, and that one option is the deployment of European forces to Ukraine under U.S. command and control. Absolutely not. I mean, I didn't study foreign policy. I didn't. I'm not the guy to go negotiate this, but I sure as hell know better than this right here. I mean, for anyone going around saying, oh, well, we won't put boots on the ground. We're going to put their boots on the ground, but we'll be in charge. Absolutely not. That's what happened in 1950 in this little place called Vietnam. Over and over. Absolutely not. 20 years in Afghanistan. I keep hearing people talk about Israel dragging us into a war with Iran. And that's another subject. So let's not get into the battle there, right, wrong, or indifferent. I get what you're saying. But how come no one is basically talking on any of the podcasts about Europe, right? UK, the French, trying to drag us into a war? You cannot win this war in Ukraine against the Russians. Before the Russians will accept annihilation, before the Russians will accept a NATO force, French, German, UK, before the Russia will accept any NATO force stepping 1 foot across the border, because one thing is we will be defending Ukraine, and then the next thing you know, we will be moving into Russian territory, moving forward. No, Russia will not accept that. They are the largest tactical nuclear arms. They've got more nukes than anyone. How about let's get it like that? They don't have to play our reindeer games, and they're not going to accept it. This is a war that cannot be won. It cannot be. It can only be settled now. And it's not going to be settled without meeting, I hate to say, the demands of Russia. They're not going to flinch. And they have the backing. They know they do. They have the backing of North Korea, whether that seems humorous to you, but they're ready to throw 30,000 more people at it, and they don't care if they die. They just don't. There's others that are getting ready. And China, if push comes to shove, is ready to go to Taiwan on any day. And we have made deals in the Asian Pacific, right? We have made deals over there that we will defend and protect the Asian Pacific Rim over there, and that's all we need. I will say this, not to get it mixed up and not to make light of Iran and Israel. Stop thinking that is the route to World War III, or the most current route to me. It's right here, because they have met. Now, see, we know that. We know Russia's not going to flinch. Number 55, Ukraine is not interested in peace. Lavrov says, right, Kiev plans to demand that Russia be weakened through sanctions even after peace agreement is reached, the Russian foreign minister said. Now, keep in mind, don't forget that number there. I want to go back there. These two, I want to show you this. Give me number 23, the New York Times. Hold on to there. If you think for 1 minute that he has not been clear over and over with Marco Rubio and what's the other guy's name? Witkoff and others, there'll be no boots on the ground. Got it? Give me number... Give me 56. According to Lavrov, such rhetoric demonstrates that the Ukrainian leadership, encouraged by its Western sponsors, are pursuing goals anti-ethical to the joint efforts. Now listen to this. Joint efforts of Trump and Putin to eliminate root causes of crisis. All right? Instead of working towards a settlement, Lavrov argued Kiev and its backers, Lindsey Graham, want to aggravate those causes further by forming an anti-Russia military alliance. That's how they see it. They see it as an anti-Russia military alliance. Putin saying to Trump, Sergei Lavrov is saying to Marco Rubio, they're saying to Witkoff, we don't want we don't want an anti-Russia military assembled on our border. Now, you can sit out there and you could yell, well, I've worn the Russian pin. You can sit out there and yell all day that, well, I support Ukraine, or I wear the Ukrainian pin. I apologize. I wore the Ukrainian flag. I support Ukraine. Ukraine's a sovereign nation. You cannot attack and take a sovereign nation's land. The United Nations says that you cannot recognize a country that an aggressor that takes land. You cannot acknowledge that or recognize the land belongs to, or the territory belongs to the aggressor, all the above. You can say that all day long. This is where we're at. All right. He suggests that Ukraine's refusal to discuss a settlement before receiving security guarantees is intended to preserve what he calls the neo-Nazi Russia-phobic regime in Kiev. So they're not going to let an anti-Russian force be assembled in Ukraine. It's not going to happen. So, there's a lot going on, but I just know what's coming down the pike, and I want this laid out. 57, the BBC, proposed Ukraine land concessions are Putin's trap, the EU topped up Diplomat tells the BBC, I am not on board with Europe. I've watched Europe destroy their countries. I've watched Europe open their borders and allow anything to happen. Give me video. I got to get out of this. Give me video 8, Diane.
Meeting between Russia and Ukraine, but the Kremlin again seems to be biding its time on that, dragging its feet, saying it's not possible, saying technical meetings need to be held first. And then finally, of course, there was that demand for security guarantees that came out of the summit with European leaders. Well, when it comes to those security guarantees, the Kremlin has already said it would not accept any foreign troops on the ground in Ukraine. And it seems like a pipe dream that it would agree to an ever closer defensive union with the West between Ukraine. So a week on from that Alaska summit, we're seeing that tried and true tactic from the Kremlin. Delay and dodge diplomacy while it continues to attack Ukrainian cities and push on those front lines. President Putin is clearly willing to fight on. President Zelensky cannot fold, of course, while his country is under attack. And Europe cannot get those security guarantees without the support of the United States. It is all but stalled these peace efforts.
Folks, nothing changed. I'm true blue. I'm true red, white, and blue. You got it? I'm an all-American boy. I am. All-American. That's right. You got it. From sea to shining sea. I love my country. I salute my flag. But I'm going to tell you right now, Russia has never flinched at one time from letting us and the Europeans know this is how it ends. We won. It's how it ends. You make the deal with us. No, you're not going to put boots on the ground. Now, I will tell you this. Before Vladimir Putin ever landed, before he ever landed in Hawaii, was it Hawaii? Oh, Alaska. That's the other state out there in the Pacific. Oh, Hawaii, that's the state that North Korea could hit just boom, just like that, right? I can't make this up. Alaska. Before Vladimir Putin ever landed in Alaska, he was very clear before he sit down in those rooms for 3 hours, there would be no boots on the ground. There would be no anti-Russian military alliance set up on his border. It wouldn't happen. And I'm going to tell you what else. But this one concerns me. This may be, no, I do not want troops on the ground. And I see it coming with America in charge. Let me tell you something. I got to say it this way. I've supported Donald J. Trump since he came down the escalator. I wear my Trump watch every day. You know it. I have my Trump pin on. I got the Trump hat. I will not stop supporting my president, but I will not support America getting involved in any way whatsoever, militarily, even under the guise of security guarantees. I will not. I don't care who is president of the United States. Don't fall for that shit. You understand? Don't fall for that shit. We fell for that shit, and you know we did in Iraq. You know we fell for that BS in 20 years in Afghanistan. 20 years in Afghanistan. And then we spent trillions of dollars. We spent trillions of dollars we can't count for. I mean, Trump has got machines pushing the homeless tents out of Washington, D.C. And I'm not a bleeding heart liberal. You understand? Get off my ass. But let me tell you something. Before I take our money in Afghanistan for 20 years, have those kids lose their legs, lose their arms for absolutely no reason whatsoever, blow the place up, and then go in there and build electric plants at BlackRock and build schools and build roads. And one, you can call them sorry, no good, the laziest piece SOB in the world. There should not be an American living on a street, sleeping on a street, under a park bench in America while we're building a damn school, a power plant, or a road in another country. I'm sorry. Call me whatever the hell you want. Label me however you want. Bottom line, there should not be one American family, not one, go bankrupt, have to file bankruptcy because their kid got sick and they don't have enough insurance to pay for it, or their senior parents got sick and Medicare didn't cover anything, or you got sick and you're a small contractor and you don't have the money to pay all these insurance bills and you go bankrupt while someone else is getting aid from our country, and the country has universal health care for every one of their citizens. Now, I did not call for it. So if you think I've gone off the deep end and I'm socialist and I'm liberal, you get off my ass, and you get off my ass now. And you get your heads out of the damn clouds. And you quit falling for the bullshit of trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. We could have given every damn body in the country 3 heart transplants for free for what we've just pissed away all over the world for these corporations and these evil people and corruption in Ukraine. Now, I'll be damned if I sit here and be called anything else but a compassionate conservative. So back to this story, number 94. I have to regroup. So it's very hard, if not impossible. This has bothered me. Trump, I have to tell you, this has bothered. You see, the reason I got worked up is I don't want to go down another road of a war, and I don't want you supporting Donald Trump and just cheering and saying, oh my God, Trump is going to do, we're back, our military, all. I don't want it, don't want it. Donald Trump will not be here very long. Vietnam started under Truman to Nixon. Pay attention. Right? Afghanistan, where did it start? Where did it end? Pay attention. Donald Trump should not, I don't care if he leaves office and everything's calm. If we're over there and we're set up and ready to go, it's the wrong move. This has really bothered me. It's very hard, if not impossible, to win a war without attacking an invader country. This scares the absolute bejesus out of me, folks. It's like a great team in sports that has a fantastic defense, but is not allowed to play offense. Oh, so what you're saying is they have the tools to play defense, but until they're able to be an offensive team, they can't score? That's how we're going to look at it and get the extra points? So what we need to do, let's see, there is no chance of winning. It is like that with Ukraine and Russia, crooked and grossly incompetent Joe Biden would not let Ukraine fight, only defend. How did that work out? Regardless, this is a war that would have never happened if I were president. Zero chance. Interesting times ahead. So President Trump is correct. There's no chance. No chance. It's done. And they've played defense, right? Defense. Now, if Biden was serious about this, if the EU was serious, when Russia came across, they should have known with Ukraine from the very first day. We got to go in. We got to do the fight. We got to get it. We got to let Russia know we're going to fight. But we didn't. We didn't get involved. We sent money. Now, Russia considers that they've been in war with NATO because we supplemented their troops. We gave them ammunition. We gave them tanks, missiles, right? We gave them money. We paid the bills for their parliament. We paid the bills for their all of their government. But it's like Trump said. That scares me that they're only on defense. I don't want to put anybody in there. It's over. You can't win. It is over. Now, give me number 95. New strikes show Russia not ready for talks. They're very clear. Look at that fire truck. That is like a $400,000 fire truck. Now, I was just thinking, 96, if they could get a $400,000 fire truck, you'd think they could get some brooms? I'm serious. I know that's like silly, but I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, so you got a $400,000 fire truck around the corner. Can we not get some brooms? Like, those are the brooms? Okay, I don't know. But until number 97, until this guy is gone, they keep saying Zelensky cannot fold. Zelensky cannot fold. No, folks. This guy needs to be gone immediately. The parliament needs cleaned out. All of the corruption that has been going on in Ukraine, especially since it became independent of Russia, the USSR, when it broke up and became independent, all of the biolabs, come on, folks. All the U.S.-funded biolabs in this country. You and I both know we don't want to let go of Ukraine, because from every kind of corruption that we need the Ukrainian people to test stuff on in the biolabs. And this guy is making big cheddar. Is he getting cheddar? Did they still get that? I got to go. I'll be back right after these messages, and let's change the subject. I get upset on this one. Take a break.
$11,000 discounts real? You bet they are. During the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you'd better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to $11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
$11,000 discounts real? You bet they are. During the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to $11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. The Georgia Hour coming up, the Georgia Hour at 10 o'clock. We have a lot to go over. Fulton County contempt of court, an arrest record. An arrest may be, wait a minute, a warrant for arrest of Fulton County commissioners may be put out today. We're going to go over that. J.D. Vance was in Georgia yesterday. Gabriel Sterling from the Secretary of State's office has left the Secretary of State's office in Georgia, and there's some false reporting. So we're going to show you that. A grifter put something out yesterday which was not exact, and some of the networks are making statements that are not exactly true. We try to always repair those. Diane, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Can you get the New York Post graphic that we had up? Starting out the show, we've had difficulties this morning. We apologize for audio and some of our had a couple difficulties technically today. But Kash Patel, remember when the FBI raided Roger Stone's home, right? him and his wife, 5 a.m. in the morning. Remember when they pulled the raid off, they called CNN. Remember, CNN was set up down the street. The networks were all set up, ready to go. CNN, don't you remember that morning, Roger Stone's house? Somehow they were had advance notice and they were ready to go. This morning, now we've talked about it, and if you want to look at something, instead of getting way out there, bring yourself in a little bit. Look at Tulsi Gabbard, what she's done, how she has stood strong. Now, remember something, okay, with Tulsi Gabbard. And Diane, you remember this too. Remember when there was the claim when she put out the video and she opposed the attack on Iran? And remember when the media and others tried to claim that she was on her way out? They were replacing her. All the networks were running. Remember that? All the networks were running what? She's on her way out. Who's the replacement? Will Cash Patel, take this on also with FBI? All the above. Remember that? Don't forget that period of time that Tulsi was gone. Tulsi is the director of national intelligence. Tulsi has what used to be his job. Tulsi this week, if you look, Tulsi Gabbard, DNI, Director of National Intelligence, if you look this week, you'll see the reports of where she has purged all of these agencies by 40%. She has gone through, they're getting the old Biden left behinds. They're cleaning house. She is. And this move right here on John Bolton, we have been waiting for some time. So we won't speculate what's going on here. Some people might know a little more about it. We won't speculate. We do know John Bolton was the CNN correspondent. I watched him on CNN talking about how Trump was failing to Putin and Putin was controlling the conversation, and what a big mistake Trump made by bringing Vladimir Putin to Alaska. But this morning, his house has been raided at 7 a.m., not 5:30 in the dark, pounding on the door, but John Bolton's house raided at 7 a.m. Now, Trump in Washington, D.C. Let's see what I have here, because I do have the Georgia Hour, and I cannot, I've got to stay clear on that one. So President Trump went down and delivered the pizza. He was the pizza delivery guy yesterday in Washington, D.C., and give me this one right here. 102. New York appeals court tosses out the $500 million fine in the Trump fraud case. They threw that out. A judge, 103, a judge is blocking alligator Alcatraz, saying that the Florida Everglades from being in new details, judge blocks controversial detention center. So 104, Trump visits police, military in D.C. amid federal takeover. So here's all I'm saying is I'm not opposed to this. Now, Washington, D.C., all right, give me 105. Washington, D.C., it's got federal home rule. The District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., the way the Constitution is written, the way it is written, the federal government can take control of the area at any time. Trump can do that as president of the United States for 30 days without Congress. Then he can go to Congress, or he can go to the court. He can claim a national security crisis and go to the court. But anyhow, there's some difference when it comes to D.C. And give me 110. Trump says law enforcement crackdown will go on to other places during an appearance. So yesterday he said, we're going to go on to other places. So this is not the only reason, not the only reason. Number 36. So, Seth Rich, don't forget Seth Rich is dead. Look that one up. Jacked up teens charged in violent carjacking of Doge staffer Big Balls released to caretakers on strict restrictions, school, home, that's it. So remember, this guy that attacked aka Big Balls there with Doge in Washington, D.C., carjacked him. This is not the reason, but it is the reason. Not the only reason. It's the reason. Now, you go to Washington, D.C., there's staffers. Now, I just want this clear, all right? I support what President Trump is doing here. I support it. There are staffers that every building you go up there, every congressional office has a half dozen staffers. Senate office has a dozen people working in there, whatever. Supreme Court. Every single one of those bureaucracies have staff like you would not believe. And they are in fear. They all can't live right there in a certain district. Some of them have to live a little further out, different neighborhoods. Some of them get out of the office 8 o'clock. They walk 3 blocks to their apartment. So Trump, first and foremost, is protecting the bureaucracy and the staff. Now, before you go after me, that's what's happening. Senators calling up Mr. President or talking about our kids can't come visit. Our wife can't bring the kids. I can't get home this weekend. The wife was going to come up, bring the kids, stay the weekend. We're just afraid of that. My staff, I want them to work 8, 9 o'clock at night preparing documents for the next day, or I'm in here and we're all half drunk and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We want to be able to walk 3 blocks to our apartment. So keep in mind, okay, this is not the only reason. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. And so Trump has, and he is correct, this is accurate. Trump has made it 105 very safe for these people. The staff, very safe. And this is true. Give me video 3.
And we're going to then go on to other places, but we're going to stay here for a while.
Vice President J.D. Vance in Atlanta to promote Trump's big, beautiful bill praised the administration's crackdown.
And I want you to be able to go shopping or go and get a nice meal with your family without the fear that you're going to get mugged or even worse, because you have the audacity to take your family out for a day in one of our great American cities. We don't have to live like this.
But the Justice Department...
All right, so this is first and foremost. Take care of the general area. Your family can go out to eat. People are calling and thanking him. Give me video 4.
I've never received so many phone calls thanking me for what we've done in Washington, D.C. from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years. And they said, you know, what you've done it's unprecedented, because what they said, it was just unsafe. We couldn't do it. We'd go out and you'd see the stories, you'd read the stories, you'd see all of the things that are happening. And they said we couldn't stand it. So now I take my wife and my kids to dinner. One of them said he's gone out 4 nights in a row, and he hadn't gone out for 4 years.
All right, that's nice. That's nice. Somebody is able to go out 4 nights in a row to dinner. 110. That's nice. He says he's going other places. 111. Trump delivers pizza to National Guard working on the D.C. crackdown. 113. So he's called National Guard in West Virginia, Ohio. There's different states. He has taken over D.C.'s cleaning it up. I support it 100%. But what is really happening is they're cleaning up the capital area. He claims every park is going to have new grass. The parks are going to have new grass. They're going to wash the sidewalks, fix the curbs, fix these guardrails. But this is the capital area that they're going to clean up. And they're going to clean it up, for the most part, they're going to clean it up so the staff, the restaurants there, the businesses in a certain district can thrive. I'm good with all that. But Mr. President, what I really want to see is I want to see that National Guard roll down those streets with the war that's going on in this country and the crime. Folks, if you're not aware of it, we have actual war areas, districts inside this country. We have what we call gangs, but they're 2 little armies, and they're rolling around our cities shooting at each other. So here's what I want, and I'm going to tell you why. We can't go in because what America is not ready for. America is not ready for the National Guard to roll in between the middle of gangs that are really at war and to have a report of returned gunfire. Now, you take a gang member. Look at the Maryland man. This guy beat his wife. I mean, the list goes on. And the media treated him as though the Maryland man was the father of the year, right? Look at George Floyd. If we send, and we should, if I'm president of the United States, I send a military into every city and not the steak and shrimp district, the steak, lobster, and shrimp district. No, I send them right in, and you know the areas, the war zones inside these cities. But the first time one of these National Guard or our military returns fire on our soil with a gang member and they kill Junebug, look that up. Quit, don't go after me. Junebug. Junebug died of over gold. Remember, Junebug died of over gold. But it killed Junebug, right? Or whatever the gang member's name is. The media will rush in as though they killed the local community organizer. You know, they'll forget the fact of the drugs and the illegal guns and the fentanyl. They'll forget all of that. We have to go in the war zones. But I support this, but folks, don't forget, going in these cities and cleaning up, you know, the steak, shrimp, and lobster districts for the elite, for the upper class, for the young staffers, so their mommy and daddies are not worried back home in their $1 million homes in the suburbs. I don't know what you think of me, but I have a passion for little kids, regardless red or yellow or black or white, being able to walk to school once again in America without counting the expended bullet casings in the morning or being shot or being offered drugs. Maybe I'm the bad guy. Take a break.
$11,000 discounts real? You bet they are. During the Last Chance event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where every Chevy has our biggest Last Chance discounts, like up to $11,000 off new Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs. But you better step on it. It's your last chance to save up to 11 grand at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, it's almost time for the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour on Voice of Rural America every morning at 10 a.m. So we're going to, let me give you a couple things we're going to be covering. The commissioners in Fulton County, contempt of court, we're going to be covering that. J.D. Vance, my opinion on some of his reasoning for being in Georgia yesterday. We'll be talking about that. Let's see if we missed something this morning. Number 46, before we take our prepare for the Georgia Hour. The judge says Elena Abba is unlawfully appointed to New Jersey AG. Federal judge rules they will not let her serve there. Will not. We opened up this morning, got a little 47. President Trump wants Tina Peters released immediately in Colorado. And we fully support that here on Voice of Rural America. 58, go get your Cracker Barrel Uncle Herschel loosen the belt buckle breakfast ASAP, because they're taking the cracker right out. Uncle Herschel's got to go. I mean, maybe they think Uncle Herschel's he's at the age he needs, we need to send him on, right? That's what's happening. 76 in Georgia. Yesterday in Georgia, we have a new RNC chair. Michael Whatley is no longer the RNC chair. He is a candidate for Supreme Court. Listen to me. He is a candidate for the Senate in North Carolina. Maybe I can get this straight here. 77, number 77. This is the new RNC chair as of yesterday in Georgia, Chairman Gruters, right? Chairman Gruters. I wonder if they thought we'll have the spring meeting, the summer meeting in Atlanta, the new guy, the Senate candidates. Ooh, there's a lot happening there. Why would people spend $100,000 to try to get an $18,000 a year job? We'll talk about that during the Georgia Hour. 92, California now has Gavin Newsom Got to say it that way. How can you not say it that way? 117, the showdown, and 116, redistricting showdown. And California now, Newsom signs redistricting plan to counter Texas. So the California Supreme Court said the GOP could not stop it. Newsom, their legislature, he has signed it. It will go to the California ballot. They'll steal this election, right? Now, could you see this election failing? No. But they have to have an election in November to get permission to redistrict. We'll have a lot of that next week. We'll talk a lot about that next week. And we are all waiting, and why 100 for Jerome Powell to speak. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will give his final address, should be final address this morning, where he's expected to lower interest rates. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. We're going to be back. All right. We're going to be back with the Georgia Hour, 10 o'clock. Do not be late. Diane, let's get ready for the Georgia Hour.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
All right, folks, we are back. It is time, Friday, 8/22/2025. It is time for the Georgia Hour. I'm your host, BKP, on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, before we get started, I want to clear some things up. Today is, should it be Cleanup Friday? Well, we have so much current news that happens throughout the week and Friday. But we may, Diane, get us a little graphic and put a broom and call it some segments Cleanup Friday, where we go through the week and we clean up some of the mess that's been made out there and misinformation on social media. We might do that. So before we get started, let me just say this. Number 17, we have in Georgia, just a quick reminder, we have an election going on, and I want to put this out. Hi, Diane. That's not number 17. That's not number 17.
That's Cleanup Friday.
You know what? You're going to get it. You're going to get it because during the break, I'm saying, BKP, stay focused. BKP, don't get off message. Serious 1 hour. All right. So as Diane, we've got Cleanup Friday. Get that off the screen. So. Oh, you're going to get it. Number 17. Thank you for making me smile. I appreciate that. So Cleanup Friday. So we just want to say, as we get into some top stories, don't forget out there, Georgia, the Public Service Commission races, 2 of them. Now we have incumbents Tim Echols and we have Fitz Johnson. Want to give a shout out to leave that there for a minute. And if either of these or both, if 1 or 2 of these go in November, Democrat, I mean, they will treat it nationally as though they've won the Super Bowl for a decade. They're back. Voters are, ready to make a change. Purple Georgia. Now, let me tell you what this means, because this is troublesome in multiple ways. Give me number 73. I want to thank this guy's a class act. All right. He was appointed by Governor Brian Kemp to be insurance commissioner. But hear it from me. John King, the insurance commissioner of Georgia, is a class act. Okay. Good guy. At the end of the day, good guy. Now, here he is. He's a fellow veteran, and he's doing a great job for Georgia families on the Public Service Commission. And that is Friends of Fitz, Friends for Fitz. This is District, I think, 2. If Democrats take 1 or 2 of these seats, one particularly, that will energize them, no pun intended, Public Service Commission, your power bill, that will energize them to get out the vote, to pour money in here. Not just for John Ossoff. Democrats will take this if they win. If you do not get out, and I have to tell you, number 17, I struggle at any time to look at the camera and say, just go vote Republican. I do. That is tough for me. Tough. But if you don't get out and put Tim Echols and Fitz Johnson in, Democrats will be, once again, no pun intended, energized. They will pour money into races you don't expect. They will start looking at data and saying, we may be able to win here. We may be able to pick up state House seat X. We may be able to pick up state Senate seat X. And they will. They will treat this as though they won a decade worth of Super Bowls. Watch and see. So don't forget this going into Friday. I just want this to be clear. Second, let's clear up something else. Now, we have a Secretary of State race, and we have heard a lot about President Trump saying he wants paper ballots. He wants to get rid of the machines. Bada bing, bada boom. We have the Board of Elections, the State Board of Elections, that the state legislature has tried to pull away from the Secretary of State's office, but there's a strong magnetic field we'll talk about next week that is trying to pull the State Board of Elections back under the Secretary of State's office in a strong way. Now, so we have Secretary of State candidates. Right now we have Tim Fleming. Tim Fleming is chairing the blue ribbon panel on election integrity, or the next election system in Georgia voting system. Tim Fleming, former chief of staff for Governor Brian Kemp. The list goes on. But he is the chair. He is on there, and he has, right now, I know for a fact that he has been told from the Trump team. I want to be clear. There's a team that he might want to think about getting on board with paper ballots, getting rid of the machines, and other things for Georgia elections. I will only bring in this out-of-state story to say, if you don't think they're looking at everything. John Bolton, former, Director of National Intelligence, the FBI, Kash Patel, has raided his home this morning at around 7:30 this morning. So when you get into Georgia, you get into the elections, you get into the crimes that we know exist, do not sit there and think that they haven't read reports and they've got evidence and that they're going to stop. That being said, so Secretary of State office right here. Yesterday, and I want to clear this up because you have Kelvin King. Now, there's a lot of discussion. That this message went around yesterday. It was quite irritating. I won't bring the grifter's name into it. Major win for Georgia and elections. Gabe Sterling has resigned from the Georgia Secretary of State. Boom, right? Okay, you cannot just leave that hanging like a matzo ball out there. You can't do it. Somebody's got to tell you you got a booger on your nose. What the hell was that about? Anyhow, so then I started looking and I'm like, give me this one here. Gabriel Sterling, America, you know him. Gabriel Sterling. And so I started looking and I said, well, what exactly is going on here? And give me number. I have it here. I have it. Relax. I know I have this. So Gabriel Sterling has resigned from the Secretary of State's office. 69. Now, this is where I want to correct some things. If you look at this, this is from Atlanta News First, all right? And give me number 70. Yes, we're going to get to Fulton County. We got this laid out. But give me number 70 and then go back to this one. Gabriel Sterling departs Secretary of State's office 14 hours ago. Gabe Sterling, who famously warned President Trump to tone it down. Gabe Sterling, Atlanta News First, departs Georgia Secretary of State's office, right? Now, go back to the other one. This is where I can't stand the lie, all right? Gabe Sterling departs Georgia Secretary of State's office for private practice. Private practice. Now, Gabriel Sterling, the COO, I think, of the Secretary of State's office, to run for office, he has to resign. He cannot declare his candidacy for elected office and also have a job. Can't do it in the office he is trying to seek. That being said, constitutional officers do not. So the lieutenant governor does not have to resign to run for governor. Your state senator does not have to resign to run for lieutenant governor, much like, as you know, Steve Gooch was the Georgia State Senate Majority Leader, Republican Majority Leader. You have to resign your leadership positions, but not your office. But if you're an employee, not an elected official of the state of Georgia, and you want to run for office, you've got to resign, much like Gabe would have to resign if he wants to run for the office he works in. Got it? So keep this in mind when you're seeing, oh my God, Gabriel Sterling resigned. Now, the other thing I want to clear up, Gabriel Sterling departed Georgia Secretary of State's office for private practice. According to Sterling's LinkedIn page, he has started a business called Sterling Innovative Solutions. This made me so angry yesterday because he started a business, and I'm going to show you some things that are going on that you got to pay attention to, and it's not cheerleading. So here is give me number 74. Just want to show you this, all right? Sterling Innovative Solutions. Thank you. It was created 4/23/2015. Now, why Gabriel Sterling created this LLC is so he could have money dumped in to something when he wanted to play a consultant, right? This way, money could go in his LLC. He could do consulting work. That's why this was set up. So the lie, Secretary of State office for private practice, according to his LinkedIn page, has started a business called, no, he didn't just start this. This is very frustrating. This is presumptuous that that's what he's doing. Don't forget what I have on the screen, that they lie, and people just say, oh, he's out of the office. Sterling Innovative Solutions is the company that Dominion paid. Don't forget, Gabriel Sterling was a subcontractor. He worked for the Secretary of State's office as an employee. He left the Secretary of State's office, became the 2020 implementation manager for Dominion voting machines statewide. When he did that, he had to leave the Secretary of State's office. He then became the implementation subcontractor to Dominion, and this is the corporation he used for payment. That's why we cannot see how much money Dominion gave Gabriel Sterling. We cannot do, this is the reason we cannot do an open records. Now, what we can do is we can do an open records request with the Secretary of State of Georgia, and we can find out tomorrow how much the state paid Dominion, but we cannot get any information on what the state Dominion paid Gabriel Sterling. And all the time after 2020, remember, when we were waiting for updates at the Georgia State Capitol, he was standing behind our Georgia State seal under the guise of he was giving us information from the Secretary of State's office when he was actually a subcontractor. So this is not true. There's all kinds of stuff floating around. So I'm just going to say this. Look for his announcement to run for Secretary of State. Look for it. Or, now, Gabriel Sterling, we'll go into that later, all right? But look for that announcement. He had to resign. So him resigning means there's going to be some moves over the Secretary of State's office. He's either going to get into the Secretary of State race, or also there's going to be a move where Brad Raffensperger gets into the governor's race. I do not suspect the Senate race, but don't hold me to that. Now, something I want you to also watch for. Keep in mind, number 71. If you go to the Secretary of State's office, all right, you will see the senior leadership. The Secretary of State is Brad Raffensperger. The Deputy Secretary of State is Matthew Tizer. Is that it? Tizer? Matthew Tizer is the Deputy Secretary. Keep this in mind, because things are getting ready to happen politically in Georgia. Now, do you know this individual? I know this is going to upset you, right? Give me number 75. This is Jordan Fuchs. Go to 72, 71, 75. 72, Deputy Secretary Jordan Fuchs appointed to Electronic Registration Information Center Board of Directors. When? June 3rd, 2019. There's two things that you should be looking at here. But don't forget, she's the Deputy Secretary Jordan Fuchs. And now if you go to 71, you will see she is no longer Deputy Secretary. It's Matthew, 75. She has left the inner office. She is no longer an employee of the Secretary of State. My sources say she has left to go work on the Raffensperger or Gabriel Sterling campaign. So when you just see the grifter, I call her the grifter of all grifters with extra white teeth, all right, out there, oh my God, Gabriel Sterling's gone. It's an amazing day for elections and secretaries. These people are gearing up. Jordan Fuchs, no longer Secretary of State office. Gabriel Sterling left yesterday, resigned his position there. Brad Raffensperger, now, on the other hand, he is out there doing the same exact. Give me 12, and we're going to move on. We're going to move on. I'm going to wrap this up. Right? Brad Raffensperger testified. He was at Clayton County Chamber of Commerce. And then 2 days ago, this is the exact campaign model he used when he ran for Secretary of State. I thought I had it here. Yeah, give me number 91. Right, here you go. It was wonderful time having lunch in Alpharetta, seeing North Fulton's business and community leaders. Lots of things are happening, and it was great sharing the good news coming out of our office. Same exact election strategy. So, again, when you read and you see the lies out there, direct them to when you see, hey, it's a great day. I had it here a minute ago. Let's do it again. Let's see, where's it at? Major win for Georgia and elections. Gabe Sterling has resigned from the Georgia Secretary of State. The truth is here. All right, I just laid everything out. Watch for the developments. So yesterday, let's go here. We're going to get to Dooley. We're going to get to J.D. Vance in just a moment. So, and we're going to get to Mike Collins. Here you go, number 5. So this is on President Trump's radar. It is on President Trump's radar. And the RNC is paying the bill, all right? Now, I have not directly asked Fulton County Republican Party, but I do know Bridget Thorne, the first Republican 1st District Commissioner in Fulton County, said they're paying the bill, the RNC. This is going to open up everything we've discussed on this show. Now, something that Bridget Thorne, the commissioner, said that she's already talked to state lawmakers about what? Already talked to state lawmakers about legislation to clear this up. I'm not going to get into this today. We will last week, and I have a lot of videos on this, and you know it. We have a coalition out there. We've got Forsyth County. We've got Walker County. We've got Spalding County, right? How many counties we got? We got Cherokee County for sure. We have counties all around the state that have had difficulty getting their nominees on their county election board, registration and board. We've had problems in DeKalb County. We've got problems in Cobb County. All right. Now, the one thing that we have the major problem with is almost every county commission out there, they can read from a different rule book when it comes to appointing, nominating, and having their nominees placed on and appointed to their county board of elections. It's really convoluted. And when the counties out there, if they have a problem, they go into their superior court, right? And their superior court makes a judgment based on the county that's in front of them, and then the appeal court and so forth. So Fulton County they're in contempt. We'll talk about that. But Fulton County is going to open the door We must. Now, the Georgia Republican Party, Inc., not attacking them today, very disappointed in them. Very disappointed. Because I, your host, I've gone to them for years. Years. I have gone to Josh McCoon for years. I've put it out for years. We have tape for years. I have said we have to go to our legislature, which is Republican controlled, House, Senate, Lieutenant Governor's office, Secretary of State, and the governor's office, and say, look, let's clean up this whole appointing Republicans and Democrats to election boards and get it done once and for all statewide. But no. And it will happen this time, and it has to happen. So Fulton County has to, according to their rules and ordinances on their books, they have to put these two on. But they've already made argument from around the state in other things that have taken place, much like DeKalb County. They've used that. They've made the argument. They made the argument that you nominate, we appoint. They've made the argument. We've talked about it. We'll get into it a little more. They've made the argument that once I'm elected as one of your commissioners, you can't force me to vote. I'm supposed to be voting based on my constituents and for the best for my... You can't force a vote on me. This is some of the arguments. There's a lot of arguments being made here on both sides. Now, here we go. Jason Frazier is not on. Just to recap, he is not on the Board of Elections in Fulton County. They've been attempting to put him on since 2023. They've attacked him. They call him election denier. One thing after another. He's a fine man. He's a fine, respectable American citizen, God-loving, I don't know, I just threw it out there, country-loving, I don't know. I do not know anything. I do not know anything about his religious or religious values, okay? So please strike that from the record, Your Honor. Just throwing it all out there. Right? The guy's just a good all-around guy, okay? Now, same thing with Julie Adams. So God-loving, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. My God, get over it. Oh, said God 3 times. What will happen? Let's move on. Anyhow, Julie Adams, I don't know. But she's a good person. She's a great citizen. She's good. She's a good person. There's nothing wrong with this lady. Nothing. I'm serious. They're good people. They just ask a question. They just want to see the data. They just want to validate what they're signing is correct. Just the little simplest things. But the Democrats say no. So moving right along of these two, just really quickly, Julie is on the Fulton County Board of Elections now. She serves now. This is a reappointment from the Fulton County Republican Party of Julie Adams. It's a reappointment, just to remind you. So she is serving until A, she resigns, B, someone else is appointed and accepted to the board, or C, she's reappointed. Jason Frazier, not on there. Now, so 26, as you can see, let's go here. We spoke to, give me number 8, I'm sorry. Number 8, we spoke to Bridget Thorne yesterday, and we talked to her. The vote failed. She said that there was discussion of contemptibly arresting for 20 days. They're going to be in court today. They're going to rush into court today. That's the attempt we'll show you. And spoke to her yesterday. Number 19, let me just say this was the final attempt before the meeting. This was the final attempt before the meeting. She put the motion on the agenda. This is the Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals on August 19th. Today's the 22nd. All right. On August 19th, Fulton County ran in there, tried to get a stay, and the Court of Appeals said, we decline to exercise our limited powers under the Court of Appeal rule. The emergency motion is hereby denied. So they denied it, meaning they had to abide. Fulton County Board of Commissioners were supposed to abide by the Superior Court ruling, and they're in contempt. Now, the Superior Court of Georgia said in Fulton County, you missed a meeting, so you got to do it on the next one. Your next meeting, you've got to appoint these people. So that's what Bridget Thorne did, the commissioner from the 1st District. She followed everything the judge said. Judge ordered them, because this is going to get convoluted. We'll see what the court says today. Are they going to hold the commission, all 7, in contempt because the commission did not put them on? Or will they exempt the 2 Republicans because they followed the court order? That's what's going to be asked for. We'll show you. Because the 2 Republicans were not in contempt in any way whatsoever. And they could have voted this in yesterday, even though 3 Democrats, or day before yesterday, Wednesday, today's Friday, they could have voted this in Wednesday because 3 Democrats were missing. Basically, one Democrat had hip surgery. Chairman Pitts announced he had a 3 o'clock appointment that he couldn't miss. I'm not for sure on that. And then the other Democrat, I don't know why, but they had a quorum. They had 4 out of 7, so they still could have as a commission. So who's in contempt? But Bridget Thorne and the other Republican we'll put up in a minute. They followed the court order, put it on the agenda, and it failed. So give me this one right here. I want to show you this briefly before we get on to Vice President Vance is in here. 82. So right now, did I get the vote? Here, go to the vote. Give me number 7. I'm sorry, Diane. So they're in contempt right here. Here's number 7. The motion failed. There was 4. Bridget Thorne and Bob Ellis were not in contempt at this meeting. They were following a court order. The next meeting, the appeals court said, no, we deny it. Dana Barrett and Mo Ivey, they actually placed a vote in violation and in contempt of the court order. The other 3, I don't know what will happen there. So this morning, the AJC, and as you know, Josh McCoon is trying to claim some kind of honor for himself, as always. 82, the Georgia Republican Party chairman. This is the AJC this morning. GOP asked the judge to hold Fulton Democrats in contempt for defying a court order. All right. 83. AJC Politics. Democrats have repeatedly criticized Trump administration for ignoring court orders, accusing the president of putting democracy at risk. But the Fulton County, it's now the Democrats are openly defying the judge. All right. On Thursday, it was Republicans' turn to bemoan the fate of the democracy of Fulton. GOP asked Superior Court Judge David Emerson to hold the Democrat commissioners in contempt, a move that could require jail time, daily fines. The AJC, Caleb Groves reports. 84. Charlie Bailey right there, the Georgia Democrat state chair. Bailey, however, condemned Republicans for seeking to punish your political opponents for taking a vote you don't like. See, they're going to boil that down to a vote. They have their argument. They're going to say, so we voted and you don't like the vote? He called it as outrageous, undemocratic, and un-American as it gets. Woo, wow. We stand with Fulton County commissioners as they, in turn, stand up for Fulton County voters and the integrity of our elections. So, here is what was filed. Let's go with 88. We got a packed house here today. So, in the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia, emergency motion for contempt and motion for attorney's fees due to defendant's failure to abide by the court's order. They want their money back. I mean, what you're doing right now, you're costing money, and we want our attorney's fees, and we want you to go to jail. Plaintiff, Fulton County Republican Party, hereby files its second motion for contempt, now seeking and finding of civil and criminal contempt against defendants, Fulton County Board of Commissioners, Rob Pitts, Dana Barrett, Mo Ivey, Marvin Arrington, and the guy with the name I can't pronounce. And the motion for an award of its attorney's fees associated with the motion for contempt as part of the filing. So they're asking for criminal and civil, right? Now, 89, I've read the whole thing. It's about 6 pages. There's an explanation of fact. You always have your attorney puts what they call an explanation of fact for the judge. The reasoning, you can't just say I want this. You got to give fact for what you're asking for. And here's 90 at the end. Number 14, the Fulton GOP request that the court set the Fulton County GOP requests that the court set a hearing for Friday. That's today. Therefore, the Fulton GOP requests that the court hold all defendants except for Bridget Thorne and Bob Ellis in contempt, fining each of them the amount of $1,000 per day and imprisonment up to 20 days. 20 days in the hole. 20 days in the hole. I don't know why I did that. I can't explain some of this stuff. So they're asking to throw them in the hooskow. In the hooskow. Put them right in the next cell. I think they should put Democrats from Fulton County and then throw the albino rhino right in the middle. I must move forward. No more horsing around. All right, so for Bridget Thorne and Bob Ellis, they are the two that they say are not in contempt. In addition, the Fulton GOP seeks an award of attorney fees related to the filing, responses, preparation, and arguments for its two motions seeking a contempt. So there you have it. Now, so we will see what the judge says. Here come the judge. Here come the judge, right? We'll see what the judge says this afternoon or right now or this morning. I have thankfully Commissioner Bridget Thorne and let me make sure I'm not missing something that is interesting. Thank you. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. It's not you. I wouldn't call you that. You're a great American. Anyhow, moving right along, I will get information immediately because I know Jason Frazier and others that are following the Fulton County Commission and Frazier and Julie Adams and the Fulton County GOP. Many of you have your ear to the ground over there. I appreciate it. It's the only way I can do the story accurately. So now, something I asked, remember I asked, there's two things I want to say here briefly. I asked Commissioner Thorne, is there something, an election, that we actually need this full board? And she brought this one up right here. Number 79. Who is the biggest donors in the Georgia Senate race? This has to stop. The candidates. Early voting ends today in a special election to replace Brandon Beach. Now, Brandon Beach got an office job and a phone in D.C. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Brandon Beach kept crying to the President of the United States, like, did you forget me? And here he is in his dumbass looking dollar bill jacket, pretty fitting for the guy. But he kept crying to DC, are you sure I'm not going to get a job? He gets a job, but they've asked him to leave his dumbass looking, well-fit dollar bill jacket at home. All right, and that's enough of my personal input concerning him. So there's 7 candidates in this race, 7 candidates to replace this guy. First of all, for you in the district, it's great you're replacing this guy. This guy said Trump a couple times, but his voting record, a moderate at best. His voting record is horrendous. He's not a conservative. He's not America First. If you look at his voting record and some of the things he's voted on. And I got a message last night about a candidate taking money from a lobbyist. Folks, let me just, a programming note here. When I say they all, I'm going to get pushback. Someone's going to say, not me, but they all take lobbyist money. And some of it take it in through, it's funneled in through organizations that handle it for them. This is a business. And there could be a candidate stand up in front of you anywhere across the state. I'm talking about state senators, state representatives, people running for constitutional offices in the state. And they stand up in front of you and you say, why did you take money from this lobbyist group? And they can sincerely stand up there and say, I'll have to look into that. Seriously, half of them have. When I say half of them, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't have that statistic in front of me, but half of them, if not more, have no idea who's putting money in their bank accounts. They just check the balance. That's no joke. So something happens, you do the right thing. Governor Kemp says, let's just say question mark, attorneys are standing by, and you do the right thing. And John Burns says, look, I need you to vote. And then someone calls you up and says, hey, I heard you voted on that. If you vote on that you're going to get some help on your campaign or something, however it works. And next thing you know, someone dumps $2,500 in your bank account. You don't know where it come from. Ask no questions, move on. Until we fix this, the reason I tie this here, because I've gotten a phone call like, this individual is America First. This individual is MAGA. Why won't you support this individual? I've gotten that. And I come back and I say, no, don't get this wrong. Oh, that's his goofy ass looking son-in-law right behind him, David Clark. I didn't realize that. Yeah, in that picture. Goofy ass boy. Sorry. It's Friday. I have to keep my feelings to myself. Really? Anyhow, so someone said, hey, this person's America First. This person's MAGA. You're not supporting them. Why not? I didn't create the system. I didn't create the system. Until we tear the corrupt system, you know, the local guy that runs the pharmacy that no longer exists in America can't decide he's going to go be your state representative and shake hands to the community and say, I'm going to do what's best for the neighborhood. You can't do that anymore. It's over. I'm going to show you right now. You can't. You cannot do it. So when you tell me, hey, why don't you support this MAGA? They've got $50,000 in the bank. Well, that's not their fault. No, it's not their fault. But you cannot run up against, you know, a Goliath that has 500 million or 200 million or 100 million with $50,000. Well, Donald Trump, he was never in politics. Donald Trump was set. He had a plane, all right? He had a helicopter. Remember the Iowa State Fair? He was giving kids helicopter rides? Anyhow, so let's go back to here. A goofy-ass looking boy. All right, so I hope you didn't hear that. 79. Here you go. 7 candidates have raised a combined $1.1 million as they vie to become Georgia's next state senator, much of it from their own pocketbook. Now, why would you take money out of your own pocket? This pays $18,000 a year. $18,000 a year in some gas money. 3 candidates, all Republicans, have lent their campaigns a combined $726,000. This is wrong. Ahead of next week's special election in Senate District 21. This is the Senate district that she was talking about, which covers part of Fulton, Cherokee counties. There's nearly 2/3 of all the money raised in the race so far, campaign finance disclosures show. Now, let me show you this. We are going to get into J.D. Vance. That's the last 10 minutes of the show. Boy, this is nonstop. A lot of great work we're putting out here. I hope people are watching and you're sharing with your friends, damn it. Sorry, I don't know why. We're getting tired. It's Friday. 80, number 80. Are you there, number 80? One measure. The 6 Republicans and 1 Democrat vying to replace Beach have raised more in the recent weeks than candidates raised in the last 4 Senate District 21 elections combined. Now, this is only a 30-day election. Now, this will go into a runoff. It'll be another 30 days. This is not a complete election cycle. $1 million. Because of the large field, a September 23rd runoff is likely, as none of the candidates is expected to get 50%. Lance Calvert, the ball ground Republican, is president of the Retail Contracting Services, Inc. He's raised nearly $136,000 to his campaign, nearly all of it, and according to his recent disclosures, nearly all of it, $125,000, came from himself. Wow. Jason Dixon, the Canton Republican, is president of the Purple Chip Capital Management. He's raised $500,000 in his campaign, making him the top fundraiser. But $500,000 of the total is a loan he made himself. Now, the other 100 is a contribution, a loan. Now, keep in mind, they can loan themselves money. Yes, they can loan themselves money and pay it back with a percent. So if he wins, this is actually a profit for him as it gets paid back. Absolutely. Campaign finance, this is corrupt as can be. All right. $500,000. Stephanie Donegan, The Milton Republican is the founder of House of Icons. Is that it? A business consulting firm. Let's see, just 500, according to her campaign disclosure. She did not respond. Bryce Futch, the Canton Republican, is a firefighter, paramedic, 52 grand he has put in. 81. Deborah Shangley from Alpharetta, 141,000. She is the Democrat. Stephen West, a Canton Republican, is president of Flex Fab Inc., a steel and metal fabricator. He raised nearly $189,000 for his campaign, a former Cherokee County commissioner. And Brian Will, the Alpharetta Republican, owns WRIG Management. He raised about $129,000, including a 101 loan from himself. $1.1 million for an $18,000 a year job. Wonder if they're counting on any lobbyists, or I wonder if those campaign contributions, I wonder how the payback is. Wonder what is it in business? It should never be in politics. Never. This should never be in politics. Return on investment. All right, so J.D. Vance came to town. Here he is making a comment on Dooley and Mike Collins. Video 1.
Now, I understand we got a little preview. This is my idea. A little preview of the Senate race here in the great state of Georgia. How'd they do, ladies and gentlemen? Do good? Well, let me thank Coach Derek Dooley. Derek, thank you for being here. Let me thank Representative Buddy Carter. Buddy, thank you. Good to see you, man. And, of course, the great Mike Collins. Mike, thank you for everything that you do. It's good to see you, man.
So all three candidates were there. J.D. Vance was there, right? Got a preview of the Senate. No clarification on how the White House is leaning right now. We know from internally, we hear things, but no true outward indication. But Mike Collins got the great Mike Collins. Derek Dooley, honorable mention. Buddy Carter, honorable mention. Mike Collins got the great Mike Collins. So just a little bit here. Now, I told you this yesterday, right? I said this yesterday. We can go much deeper. We can go deeper and deeper. But remember, Diane, I know you're going to remember this. Don't forget number 3. You know, number 3, Dooley is endorsed by Kemp. Now, he made his first real public appearance yesterday. Now, he has been campaigning across the state, if that's what you want to call it. He's had some real safe zones, Martha Zoller. He's had several safe zone, interviews where, what's your favorite bubble gum? What kind of ice cream do you like? Are you a waffle cone kind of guy? How many dogs do you have? What are the joys in your life? Anyhow, he's had a couple of those. Then he's had some roundtables set up where his team, Cody Hall and others, his team has really looked at and analyzed everything he's done. So he's the player right now. And they're analyzing him, and they're going in the room, and they're putting it on. They're running the film, and they're saying, when you said this, when you said that, it's not being released to the public. Now, he's doing these little videos of how he's enjoyed his day. They are trying to make it sound like he is going to go to Washington because Trump needs a fighter. They are playing the Trump card. And he is really looking at being a guy that convinces you he would support Trump. And he's the best balanced candidate to beat Jon Ossoff. Now, if you're partial and you're leaning, you don't come into this. But most people do not pay attention to elections, politics, or candidates. So any polling you see right now that has Mike Collins triple digits over this guy, they're irrelevant. We just looked at a state Senate race, a 30-day state Senate race that has $1.1 million attached to it for an $18,000 a year job in Georgia. So money can convince you, not me, maybe not you, but the masses on the kitchen table when they start getting mailers. Got it? So that being said, don't count the guy out. I'm just not counting the guy out because there's some things that I need to see happen. So yesterday, I told you this, right? Remember when Donald Trump I have it here somewhere, and we're gonna get it. Let's see. Where's that JD Vance? I'll find that JD Vance somewhere. Hang tight. I'm gonna want 66. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. We have it here. I'm gonna want 67 and 78, gonna want that one. We'll throw that one up in a minute when we get to it. 87. So Trump comes to Atlanta, and we're gonna walk away with this, okay? Keep this in mind from yesterday. Trump comes to Atlanta. Brian Kemp will not meet him there. They do not like Donald J. Trump. Marty Kemp despises Donald J. Trump. Marty Kemp does not like, I hear with a passion, Burt Jones, right? But they like J.D. Vance. Now, hold on. They like Peter Thiel. They like Peter Thiel's money. Now, this is, oh no, I think he's being, why would he bring up Peter Thiel? Okay, now, the Kemps like Peter Thiel's money. They like Peter Thiel in the next election, possibly. J.D. Vance is the offspring, not biologically, but he is the political offspring of Peter Thiel. This is not anti-J.D. Vance. So Trump comes to Atlanta, and he freaks out because Brian Kemp and Marty didn't have the decency to meet him at the airport. And he goes on a 10, 12-minute Kemp's a POS down there in Atlanta. And they're like, oh, crap. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Then we had the hurricane. Valdosta, the handshake. Divide and conquer how Vance helped Trump make amends in Georgia. Now, you can read article after an article. You can say what you want, but I'm going to tell you right now, this guy right here is the guy that brokered the deal to calm everything down to get the W in Georgia, is J.D. Vance. Now, 66. I'm going to wait. There you go. Fresh off Trump's endorsement, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones ties his governor bid to the White House. They were out yesterday. Everybody was out yesterday, 67. Derek Dooley was out talking to people. He was there. He was there. He was talking to people. Like the VP said today, the country finally has leadership that is fighting for American people. Okay? President, jobs for employees thanks to President Trump. He's got Trump in there. All right? So he was out there at number 78. Mike Collins was there. Everybody showed up. There's Mike Collins, Buddy Carter. J.D. Vance came. Watch what's happening with Brian Kemp. Brian Kemp said a lot of positive words about J.D. Vance coming yesterday. Acknowledged he was going to be here, the 8 great months of the Trump administration. A lot of positive words, Kemp. Positive words, Dooley. You got it? Pay attention. There's a lot of things in the works. So I want to just show you this. 85. We're almost done, folks. We're almost done. There is sneak peek. Vice President J.D. Vance called it a preview for the Senate race. And there's Buddy Carter, 86. Now go back to Fulton County. This is my closer. All right. U.S. Representative Buddy Carter followed, hammering us off. The joint appearance marked a new phase in their quest for President Donald Trump's endorsement. The biggest tell each Senate hopeful was giving a coveted speaking slot, while Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, Trump's pick for governor, was the lone gubernatorial candidate. So Chris Carr did not get invited. Diane, could you give me 68? And I'm going to, all right, 68. This is the statement from Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger slammed the Fulton County Commission for openly denying the court order in their refusal to seat 2 Republican nominees on the Fulton County Board of Commissions. Folks, Brad Raffensperger's on their side. Brad Raffensperger's on their side. Gabriel Sterling is no longer at the Secretary of State's office. A lot going on. I'll be back Monday at 8 a.m. But before we go and enjoy the weekend, if you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want. Once you've got it, search for my channel and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it on your phone and you are ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be part of the action.